Hello, traders. Good morning, everybody. All right, so very quickly this morning, we spent like 5 minutes on this live stream and then we're done. So let's do the analysis. Yeah. So first of all, yesterday, let's give you an update. I didn't get a trading opportunity yesterday. I was trying to sell at this level, but I quickly later closed because I saw the rejection. But the sell later happened, the zone above it, you can see. The funny thing right now is that yesterday evening, um, around about 11 after 11 p.m. Nigerian time, I saw this sell set up and I was like, you know what, can I take this trade? But because it wasn't my trading period, I didn't want to take unnecessary trade that may potentially go to loss. But I do know that it was a sell setup. But I was like, let's leave it. When I wake up this morning, boom, I saw that I was in profit. Anyway, should have entered, should have not entered. I didn't have a risk that I could put on it. That's why I didn't enter it. So this morning, let's go through the analysis. So also to give you the update on the prop firm, I'm still one more trade away. I need $100 just to pass the account, and today I'm gonna get that $100, just 100 points, and that's it. That's it. I think if between now and New York session, if NASDAQ managed to push into the demand zone, then I'm going to be buying NASDAQ in order to achieve the goal. All right. Okay, so let's quickly run through the analysis. Let's go through yeah, obviously this supply zone withdrawal at the top is no longer functioning. So but first let's go to the 4 hour. Yeah, so on 4 hour we can see that NASDAQ already blast through the supply zone which I drew, meaning that they are now respecting this level right here. They're respecting this resistance level at the top instead. So I'm gonna call that, and that's like the extreme of the supply itself, right? So technically now, what can happen is that NASDAQ may still sell all the way to reach the bottom right here. So NASDAQ might sell all the way in order for it to reach this bottom demand, right, before it starts to even buy again, or maybe it will just, keep going downward. Because anyway, right now you can see that 4 hour structure is bearish here, and we have a swing high and a swing low. So if 4 hour structure is bearish, potentially it might mean that we'll still continue going bearish, right? So, and there's something I noticed recently, that if US oil is going up, the NASDAQ will be going down. So if NASDAQ is going down, US oil is going up. So this is something that we can start to use as correlation, so that if sometimes we don't see a proper setup analysis on the NASDAQ, we can check on the US oil for correlation and just use it to have an idea. Just using it to have an idea, actually. Like right now, I can see it's pulling up and NASDAQ is going down. So we can also start to use that as a potential. I'll keep watching out for that to see if it does accurately give us a correlation signal. All right, it's a negative correlation anyway, so because they are not going the same way. So in terms of zoning, I think the current zone we are right now, I call it demand zone. Hopefully it's gonna hold, but I don't think so. Then we have a second demand zone beneath it and a third demand zone beneath it. So let's go on the 1 hour and see. On the 1 hour, the zone I call the demand, the current zone. So price already blast through it already a little bit, but it's still potentially respecting it. It's a breaker block or zone. So if it doesn't hold, then we're going straight into the next demand zone. All right, with that said, let's go and identify all our areas of liquidity here. And for us to do areas of liquidity, I like turning on session break. Yeah, so with session break, I'll be able to identify previous day high, previous day low, and then I'll also turn on my Asian high and low. So previous day high basically means the highest points that price got to in the previous day. So for my previous day high is right here above here. Yeah, this is my previous day high candle. And my previous day low means the lowest points that price was trading in the previous day, okay? So for me, I'm just going to, and that is exactly this level. And right now, we have already taken the liquidity of the previous day low, okay? You notice anytime we've taken one side of liquidity already, then price has the potential of going further in that direction or reversing and going to the opposite direction, right? Especially if there's a strong zone beneath it. So we need to figure out if this current zone we are right now is a strong zone, right? Obviously, this zone is not going to hold for buying. This zone potentially will hold the second demand zone at the bottom. Although I would not be entering a trade right now. I would have loved to, but I wouldn't because So now let's turn on our Asian session break, Asian range. So now we know where PDH is and where PDL is. Now we'll just figure out where is the Asian liquidity itself. The Asian range liquidity is still very far away. So there is a chance that NASDAQ will just continue selling from it. Wow, NASDAQ dropped about 500 points from yesterday to now. Anyway, it is what it is. Setup can come anytime, guys. Like setup can come in London session, setup can come in New York session, setup can come in Asian session. It just, it's all about your own discipline as a trader, right? Because you can't trade every session, and there will always be opportunity in the market. So this is me telling myself that I cannot trade every opportunity in the market. Although I saw this setup yesterday and I want to take it, so I hesitated because I was scared I might lose money, so I didn't take that trade. But and it worked out, right? And that was Asian session. But thank God I follow my plan, which is basically waiting till today. Now I still have the confidence that I'm gonna get the one single $100 trade I need, and I'm gonna pass the phase 2 and get my live account by God's grace, definitely. So right now, what I can see is that so now my expectation is before now New York session, if NASDAQ is unable to break the 50% range of the Asian range, then I will look for a sell structure again, because that means that NASDAQ will sell more, right? And even if they pull all the way up, they will still sell, right? So selling NASDAQ today is like the play for me, because number one, they need to go to the next demand zone. Number two, there are still momentum to the downside that they might need to capture. All right, guys, so that's going to be the analysis this morning. I'm expecting further sales of NASDAQ, but between now and New York session, NASDAQ needs to do some movements to the upside and give us the opportunity to sell. So anytime from around 12 o'clock or 12 p.m. Nigerian time, I'll start looking for entry. Hopefully I get a really nice one. And with that said, guys, let's go and have an amazing day. We're going to come back for the live trading itself by New York session. That's 2:30 p.m. Nigerian time. If you have any question, guys, always drop it in the comment section or use the link in the description and join the Telegram channel. On the Telegram channel, I post all the updates regularly over there so that you can see what I'm doing. All right, so right now we are running a challenge and it's the prop firm. I've passed the phase 1. I'm currently trading the phase 2. I'm almost done. I just need $100 more to pass the phase 2. And once I pass the phase 2, I'll get a live account like next week. When I get live accounts, the first profit, I'm going to use it to scale to a 50K account immediately and start trading the phase 2, the phase 1, phase 2 of the 50K account as well. So basically, just going steadily on this channel, and I'm documenting my own journey as a trader. It's beautiful, especially coming live. It's actually very beautiful. I get to share my ideas and what I'm thinking, and I get to get corrected sometimes by people on the live stream and people on the Telegram channel. So thank you a lot, guys, and thank you for coming. We'll see each other again very soon for the actual live trading today. So finally, let's take a look at the news. President Trump had spoken around 2 a.m. and that was why the price was falling, and that was why the price of oil also was going up. And but by 1:30 p.m. today, we have unemployment claims, so these potentially can either keep driving the price downward again. So I trade NASDAQ mostly, and for this year, I will trade mostly NASDAQ, and maybe from next year I might add another secondary pair, who knows. But for this year, I'm going to be trading NASDAQ and capture all the juice that NASDAQ has to offer. All right, guys, let's go have an amazing day, and we'll see you very soon on the live trading.